All right, y'all, we've been here 2 days, and both times we've had issues at night. It has gotten cold. It's gotten into the 40s over here in Alabama, and we've had to run the electric heaters because we don't use our propane. So check this out. The area is supposed to be all 50 amp. You can see we have our 50 amp plugged in there. There's a 30 and a 50, no 20. But look, these say 40 amp, and I verified with just about every other spot in this area that's open. They're all 50. They all say 50. This is the only one that says 40. So we've been having issues. The breaker's been popping in the middle of the night. I had to get up and I'd had to reset it, and then we'd have to adjust things and turn things off, turn some of the heaters off, especially if it got warmer, because our room warms up really fast, but the kids' room could take a while. So I just called them and let them know, and the guy didn't believe me. So he said he's had his electrician out here at other sites fixing electrical issues. So hopefully they'll send somebody today to check this one out. I don't know what's going on. I think we're just going to end up moving. But the other issue we've been having is that we're like in the middle of the woods. We're really far off the beaten trail, and I didn't see any cell phone towers coming in. So service out here is rough. We've been losing calls and having issues with the internet, and uploading a video yesterday took over 8 hours. So I like this park. It's beautiful. You guys will see more of it today, but it's not the best for service and stuff. All right, so we're getting ready to move. I've got everything packed up. I just got to get the truck hooked up to the RV, which I'm doing that now. I've got everything ready to go. Everything's already placed over there at the other site, which is great. And I'm just gonna move it. Check this out on the wheel chalk. I have seen these before in videos, but never in real life. I'm pretty sure this is, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, an ant that pretends to be a spider. And it actually, the back of it, the butt, looks like a newborn ladybug. That's what they look like. The little black with the orange. Oh, whoa, what is that thing on its face? Does that thing bite? Oh man, I don't think I've ever seen this before. Maybe I've seen its cousins. Wow, that looks like one big proboscis, or one giant fang. Creepy cool. Let's do a Google search. Open a little spider. See, is it about to eat that little spider? Alright, a Google search is giving me nothing. I've seen other people search for them. They're calling them nifty bugs, and they're very surprised that they look like scorpions, spiders, and walking sticks. That's what everybody's describing them as. And check this out. So what happened was, when we first parked, this came in on a really bad angle. I should have corrected it, but I did not. That was my mistake. I should have straightened out the truck and then reversed the RV, but I think we're good now to just pull right in. I got to lift it up a little bit and of course unlock that as well. But this should be actually a pretty easy hookup. We'll see. Okay, I stopped it right before hookup. I got the white ring attached, and as you can see, I'm just a little too high, so I'm going to lower it just a little bit, and that is an issue that we dealt with, but I did get it good on the sides. Could have been a little bit over to this side a little bit more. You can see there's more of a gap right there. This side is actually touching, which is okay. It's not going to do too much damage or anything like that, but that was the issue we were dealing with. We're on a downgrade, so the back of the truck is popped up like this. So I think that was the issue why we couldn't unhook easily. It was having a hard time releasing it, but as long as I lower it just a little bit, I think this will be a pretty easy hookup and go. And the next spot that we're going to is pretty flat, so that's good. All right, it was a little stiff, but I did get it to hook up properly. It looks like I could have lowered it a little bit more, but what was ending up happening every time I lowered it, because the front end of this was touching the Demco there, it was lowering the whole truck. So I'm just gonna leave it where it is. I think it's pretty good, and we're just gonna hook up and get this positioned into our next spot. All right, just performed the tug test, and that was a success. So I'm going to unhook everything else, get everything ready to go, and now we're pulling off. All right, just got to the new spot. It got really hot, so I had to go change my clothes, got everything hooked up. It looks like power is not going to be an issue to get out. See, this one definitely says 50-50. I think that says off, but these are definitely 50 amps. So we've been running stuff for a few minutes and haven't had any issues yet, which is great. And now, of course, my OCD got the better of me. Got things lined up and organized like the way they should be. Pulled out everything that was in the underbay because I had to check if if we had any types of leaks going on in here. And because if you guys remember when we left one of the campsites, the honey knocked something and made a mess, but you can see I've got a rag still right there because I am finding a little bit of water underneath that pump, and I don't know what that has to do with. I'm not sure if that has to do with the pump itself or what, but this is such a beautiful day that I do not want to squander it. So I'm going to try and put everything back the way I like, reorganize everything. I'm trying to hang things up, keep them out of my way, keep them nice and orderly, of course. And then we're going to go explore this beautiful, seriously, this is one of the most beautiful camps we've ever been to. And I'm excited to show you guys some of the stuff that we've found so far while being here a couple of days. All right, just got done 3 hours later. Luckily, the honey's been working on our Instagram and our TikTok. She's been doing stuff for that. And you can see here over my shoulder, I've got the ladder out because it took me a while to organize, but that's okay. This has been peeling, which is so strange because we definitely have used this spray adhesive. So I'm just going to reapply the spray adhesive. And finally, this is the whole reason I'm filming right now, is because I finally pulled out this ladder that I've just been carting around for the last 6 months. It's just been sitting in the back of the truck. Finally gonna get to use it, so that's awesome. So let's see if I can fix this. It's been really windy here in Alabama. I don't know what is going on. We're following storms or something, but I'm finally gonna reattach that. We're gonna see if I can get it to stay this time. Something we haven't seen for a while, at least 6 months since we've been down in Florida, is Canadian geese. Check it out. It was just laying right here in this soft patch right there, and I will swear a couple of days ago there was 2 of them, so I'm wondering if something happened to its mate. And it was just laying down here. Of course, I had to take the trash out, so I bothered it technically just by walking by, but it's just been sitting and waiting. How sad. All right, we're finally getting out and about, putting the RV behind us. And a couple that we were next to that just left today, they left us a putt-putt set. So figured we'd come down and play some putt-putt. Check out this course. It's kind of small, but it looks cool. And I just realized today that there's a disc golf course here. Although it's not marked, there are random baskets all throughout this giant field. Let me get my big hand out of the way so it can focus. And behind those trees, there's a whole nother area of this RV park. This is just one section. There's 2 more sections over the hills. Something else super duper neat that I was showing the kids. Look, there's wild chives growing here, right here. The kids have been picking them for the last 2 days. This one's humongous. Jackson loves eating them, right? They're so good. What do you got to do to eat them?
Gotta pick them from the bottom and pluck them up, peel the outside, and then just munch on the white.
And what do they taste like?
Onions.
That's right. They're small little green onions, and you love them.
Right down.
All right, here we are at hole number 1. Looks pretty simple. It's got some bumps. Oh, wow. But it's relatively straight. And then hole number 2 looks crazy. But let's start with hole number 1. You guys ready?
Yeah. On this course, when I was playing with my friend, I got a hole in one 3 times.
On this one?
Once on this. Once I got 1 on this court, 1 on number 6, and 1 on number 8.
Oh, wow. And you said number 6 is crazy hard, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You hit it in one of the 2 holes, and then you have to get it in another hole.
Oh, wow.
Share with my coffee.
Which one do you want?
Short or big?
Of course you want pink. Uh-oh, you gotta get it. It's rolling away. All right, Jackson, you get yellow.
Okay.
All right, look. So you gotta put it. Well, that's fine right there. Watch, Jackson will show you how to do it. Ooh, good shot, kiddo. Oh, come on, geometry. All right, let Yasmin hit hers. All right. You're so little. I love it. All right, let's put the ball down. All right, let's hit that ball. Hit it good. Nice and hard. Oh, nice one. It's going to roll. It's going to roll. You got to let it roll. All right, let it roll. There you go. Double tap. I like that. Slow and steady. There you go. Good kick.
Now you got to...
All right, we'll come back when you make it. All right, I saw her pick it up, but we're going to allow it. Oh, and you hit it the wrong way. Uh-oh, you can't keep moving it. I'm not doing you guys a service by not teaching you how to play right. There you go, hole in 19. Not bad, not bad. All right, Jackson, it's your third swing. Ooh, almost. All right. All right, we finally got done with our game of putt-putt, and now we're gonna go explore the camp some more. This really is a hidden gem. I have been really loving this area. The only thing I don't like is the service out here, but that is not this place's fault at all. I haven't seen a cell phone tower in forever. All right, just a short walk down and we made it down to the dock. Look at that, they've got several areas for you to tie off your boat. And of course, there's people all over this area that have their own docks and stuff like that. And these houses are absolutely gorgeous. That one is huge. And this is Smith Lake, which I believe is the third largest lake, if I'm not mistaken, here in Alabama. And this is just part of it. This is one huge lake. It has over 500 miles of coastline, and I believe it's 35 miles wide at its widest. And this area alone goes down 264 feet. And this is just a drop. It just goes straight in and drops. Pretty wild. So here's a good view of how it literally just disappears down there. It just goes down and down real quick. All right, so let's go out here and take a better look. Of course, you cannot swim off of the boat dock area or launch area. And I did tell the honey about coming out here with her kayak. She's been dying to do it, and I notified her that this is a straight drop down. So anything you drop, you're probably not getting back. I don't recommend that at all. I'm gonna step out here, check out this beautiful area. This is a great area to fish. They actually have record-breaking largemouth bass in this area, believe it or not. And I've been actually dying to take the kids out, but we just haven't gotten to that far yet. And we're going to be exploring more of this area and more of this campground, which I highly suggest. This is Hidden Hollow. It is one heck of a hidden gem here in Arley, Alabama. And as I've been saying before in several of my other videos, Alabama has blown me away with how beautiful the scenery is. Check it out. They even have a waterfall here, which we're going to get a little bit closer to in just a second. I know it looks wimpy. I promise you there's more to it. It's pretty neat. I love, love, love the way Alabama looks. This reminds me of being a kid. This is how I always felt. I was always in the woods, always playing in streams, playing with whatever I could find on the floor, making my own. My imagination went wild. And I could imagine being a kid here. Oh, look! I didn't notice that before because I've never come out here, but there's actually a little cave right there, a cavern. Should be cool to play in. But this 100% would have been wonderful for me as a kid. I would have explored so much. I probably never would have came home. I would have just stayed outside and built a camp, tent, a fort or something, and just had the time of my life. This is one of the biggest bumblebees I've ever seen. The thing is massive. Look at those eyeballs on there. That is one thing I've noticed about Alabama too. The bugs do seem to be a little bit bigger, but most of them are friendly and playful. They don't hurt. I did get bit by a mosquito, and it was so quick it bit me twice. Look at those. And it was just a tiny little thing, but it got me twice. Beautiful. All right, so there is the boat dock that we were just at, and just come over here, and there's how to get out. And our RV is somewhere over there in that area, but check this out. You got to actually walk down here, so it is off the beaten path. You wouldn't know it if you weren't looking, but you can see there is a blue bridge right there that we're going to cross here in a second. But before we do that, you got to walk along the path here, and you can see the family and friends have already beat us there. And these are the exotic Hidden Cove waterfalls, and check those out. And it has been raining all day and for the last few days, so I'm surprised there's not more water coming down these. You got to watch your step, be extra careful. Beautiful, I love it. And this leads to a very secret area if you follow that stream all the way up. Here we go. This would be a great place to jump from, right? But I'm not sure if you're supposed to swim here or not. Bless you. It looks like a nice swimming hole. It really does, and there's like a little cavern right there that you can go underneath. But this is beautiful. They have a rope over there on that place. Oh yeah, somebody was definitely swinging, but it looks like somebody cut it. All right, so something to mention is there is different loops here. You can see there's C loop, right here there's B loop, and where we're parked is A loop. But check this out. Something that has piqued my fancy for a while now. I know you guys see it at the top of that hill, and I love it. There is disc golf in this area somewhere. I cannot find tee pads or anything like that, or even like a course map. But there's just random baskets throughout this entire field. And this field goes this way and all that way, which we're gonna go explore right now. We're gonna go show the pool and they're all heading towards B Loop, so I'll just follow them. Down in this little ravine is the other side, is where we just were, where the waterfall is like that way. And in the middle here is where the kids have their little fort, and it is absolutely awesome. And they just found a snake, and it was super scary. The girls were screaming, but Jackson, keeping his cool, let everybody know that it was not a poisonous snake. So that was awesome. And Evelyn and Jackson and their little boy are still down there playing. So we're gonna keep exploring while they do that. And I know somebody in the comments will correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I was reading, there's only 2 poisonous snakes here in Alabama. One of them being the rattlesnake, a diamondback, maybe diamondback rattlesnake, and the other one is the water moccasin, which are more common, but they're both still pretty rare. You probably won't see any of them your entire time here. All right, we just came from that way. This is B Loop, and look, they have a giant fire pit, which occasionally they'll have huge fires in where people can come and meet and greet and check out the size of this rec building. And this is their Thousand Trails adventure area, and there's actually seats on the other side, which we'll get to in just a second. But let's get in here and check this place out. They don't have very many activities here. We've been here about a week and a half or so, and we haven't been notified once of any like bingo or any dancing or anything socials going on. So I mean, I don't know who plans those or who's supposed to plan them, because I've been told that certain families here will do functions and stuff, but the actual rec center itself has not been used for anything like that. So let's get in here and take a look. Oh wow, oh, they got mice running. Wow, this is nice. They got 2 pool tables, big old ping pong table. What do they have? Toys for babies? Yes, they have a clubhouse, a huge old thing of sanitizer for when you're done. Wow, a nice little TV area for just chilling. I wonder how the Wi-Fi is in here, because we have had terrible Wi-Fi at our spot. This is awesome. Let's see what else they have. This is pretty cool. They got bathrooms.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, somebody's working. Let's not distract them. Wow, a piano. I'd love to learn how to play. Wow.
Tons of seating.
Wow, tons of games. Why don't they utilize this more? This is beautiful. I 100% recommend coming here. Hidden Cove. It is definitely a hidden gem. Let's get out here. Oh, this is locked, so I'll unlock it. Check out that view of Smith Lake. Oh my. How peacefully beautiful is this? And this little walkway goes all the way around. Oh, there's a squirrel just chilling right there. You see him? Oh, not anymore. Distracted, sorry. Ruined his slumber. This is gorgeous. And just right down there is the boat dock area that we were just at. Wow, getting down here close to the edge. I'm positive if you really wanted to, you could jump off here, just like we were doing the other day. Oh, maybe not right there, but totally right here. Yeah, if you, oh, maybe not. Nope, those rocks are like right there. Yeah, I would not suggest jumping from here. I do not recommend anybody jump from here, even though those look a little deep right there. That's one heck of a jump you got to make. But, my goodness, people. What kind of bird is that? I don't know. That was a beautiful bird. This is a beautiful area. Alright, I did talk about the huge wasps, and there it goes. Just taking off. Uh-oh. Hope I didn't disturb it. They are massive here. Alright, we had our fun in the clubhouse. That was pretty cool, but check it out. We're over at Sea Loop, and I believe this is the newest area here at Hidden. And they have beautiful primrose bushes just about at every site. And you can see by the boxes that these are new and upgraded. Let's see if they have all the volts that you need and all the amps. There you go. They have all the plugs here. So my recommendation is if you do come here, and they even have the upgraded water spigots, which are really nice, and there's tons of spaces. These are pull-throughs. These are giant pull-throughs, which I think we would have had plenty of room parking here with our 40-foot. So if you have maybe a 42, you'd be fine to fit here as well. And they do have back-end sites as well. And just over here is where the pool is. The only reason we chose the A-loop when we first got here, one, we were a little tired, and I didn't know that these sites were pull-through. I just assumed, I always assume that they're not going to be pull-through, but that's my mistake. I'll stop doing that. and it was quick. It was just right on the other side of the gate. Plus that's where the park is for the kids, and we loved the idea of being able to see them play from inside the RV, so mom and dad could be working at the table looking out the window watching them play. That sounded like a fantasy dream to us. We haven't had that yet, so that was a wonderful opportunity for us to do that. But since we've come up here, we have learned that this is definitely the nicer place, so if we ever do come back here in the following years, I'll make sure we stay up here. Something else they have here, there are cabins for rent as well, which I think is pretty neat. There's a few more that go down this way, but I'm actually going this way to the lake observation deck. This place is beautiful. I took the kids here before and they absolutely loved it. We learned so much. We were looking at the trees, looking for nests, looking at the holes in the trees, looking for the birds, and this is actually where I saw a pileated woodpecker, which is one of my favorites. I love woody woodpecker, and of course, because I mentioned that to Jackson, then we just so happened to see it on Netflix as we were scrolling, and he had to watch it, and they absolutely loved it. It was the modern day one, so it wasn't what I grew up as a kid, which was the cartoon, which I loved. It was like the real life one with real actors, but they had the animated woody woodpecker and the buzzard and the walrus, which I don't remember, but oh, and I love it. I love it. Oh, don't fly away. I love you, cardinal. There's cardinals all over this area, and it's so amazing that the kids are able to recognize them. I mean, they're pretty easy to recognize, but the female ones especially, they're able to recognize them really quick because they're like the brownish red. There's a big nest right there. Tons of squirrels. There was actually one in this tree just watching me walk by. I saw you too. Yeah, I saw you. One over there hopping away. They're so adorable. There's two more over there just frolicking. And here's another one of the cabins you can rent. Check out that satellite dish that's attached to it. That's pretty cool. There's a cardinal just in the road right there. Oh, they always fly away when I say their name. There you are, you beautiful bird. I'm gonna stop for a second. I love it. Ever since I was a kid, I loved cardinals. And Jackson loves them too, because the school that he went to, that was actually their mascot. Okay, so there's 4 RV spots right here, but I'm pretty sure they're taken. They're annuals. Nobody else can park here, but they're point park places or something like that. That's what they're called, because they literally look right off the cliff. And here's some more of the cabins that you can rent. And this path is absolutely beautiful, especially right now with all the rains. Everything is lush, vegetative, green, and growing. All the animals are mating, which makes this place very loud. There's so much to see, so much to do, but you have to watch out for poison ivy, of course. Check out this area down here, and there is, I don't know if you can get into this water. I mean we've seen people playing in it and doing all kinds of stuff, so I'm sure that it would be okay to jump into this water and swim around, but like I was saying before, it drops down really fast and it gets really deep. But this place is cool. I almost lost my hover drone here. It was windy the day that I came down here, and I had it following me right here down to the water, and the wind took it and it tried to correct itself. So the wind took it this way and it tried to correct itself really hard this way, and it ended up smacking into the rail, and then it took off this way to correct, and it was malfunctioning, and it ended up flying into another rail and it dropped onto the floor, and it was safe, so thank goodness. But let me be quiet for 2 seconds while I give you guys the view of a lifetime. But this really is nothing on a screen. You have to see this in person. So beautiful. I should have been coming down here for my morning meditations. But every morning we've woke up, it's been raining, so it's kind of hard to do that. But oh my goodness, that is just gorgeous off in the distance with those trees. Alabama, you're definitely a beautiful state. I love it. All right, and to our surprise today, the pool is actually open, so we're actually running back to the RV with our friends, and we're probably gonna go put on our bathing suits and enjoy the rest of this day, which hopefully we have a lot of it. It is supposed to storm again. Clouds over my head don't look too nasty, but they do look kind of bad. But I see some blue skies over there. So if you enjoyed the video of this beautiful park, highly suggest you guys check it out. Hidden Cove here in Arley, Alabama. I almost said Ohio. forgetting where I am for a second. But I love traveling like this. I love forgetting where I am and then remembering off the top of my head, oh, that's where I'm at. So make sure you guys like the video. It really does help the channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe, especially make sure you check if you have been unsubscribed. YouTube's been doing some funky stuff, especially on my channel, to your guys' subscription. So definitely check that out. If you go into the description below, you'll see 3 other links for our Facebook, our Instagram, and our TikTok. There's so much other content there that you won't see here on YouTube. So make sure you check it out and follow along for the hilarity and amazing tips that the honey has to offer. So thank you guys so very much for watching, and remember, life's a lot more fun when you're taking a risk.